Even those suits, like the Raw and the Delirious, the suits I had on the Raw and Delirious.
You got it.
I don't have that stuff.
Someone does have it. They
Well,
must, right?
I don't know what happened to the purple one, but the red suit was destroyed one night. We went to Keenan Ivory Wayne's, an old friend of mine, I know since I was 16. And back then, if you dare him to do anything, he would do it. And one night we were up and getting dressed to go somewhere, and he came up in the closet. He saw that suit, and he put the red leather suit on. And Keenan's like 6'4" with muscles, so the suit was busting off him. And I said, I dare you to go out with that suit on. We went to Studio 54 and all these clubs. Remember when in Living Color, he used to do a character, Keenan did a character called Frenchie?
Yes.
That started from going to the club one night, and he was Frenchie one night from 10 to 6 in the morning, and didn't come out of character.
And he used to wear like a red leather suit, Frenchie.
Yeah, it was exactly that, and at the end of the night, the suit was destroyed.
Or have you heard about people who do not like your
Shannon
impression?
Sharpe hates my impression of him.
Really?
He does not like
Football player Shannon Sharpe. That's a great one to do just to start with.
I know, and the first time, Jimmy, I did it, he tweeted on Twitter, he was like, "Do I Billy thing like that?" And I tweeted back at him. I was like, that you do. So, like, he doesn't like it, but it's flattery, man. I like Shannon Sharpe, man. He's, you have to like them a lot.
Eddie Murphy has made comments stating that Shannon Sharpe's life is in danger. The intense scrutiny and public reaction have stirred discussions about Sharpe's safety and the controversies he is now embroiled in.
When you discuss black celebrities as a celebrity, you never let nobody give up our most intimate secrets. You're supposed to protect our secrets from being exposed to the world. Shannon Sharpe, 3-time NFL Super Bowl winner, NFL Hall of Famer, in my opinion, greatest tight end of all time. Shannon Sharpe, as a celebrity art, is supposed to know better.
Shannon Sharpe has defended his interviewing style, emphasizing that he aims to let his guests speak freely without heavy-handed interruptions. He clarified that his goal is to provide a platform for open conversation rather than act as a confrontational journalist.
Shannon, you can't let Katt Williams go in on Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is an A-list celebrity. You can't let Katt Williams go in on Oprah. Oprah is an A-list celebrity. You can't let Monique go in on Oprah and Steve. They're A-list celebrities. Shannon Sharpe broke the one rule that is unforgivable by celebrities in show business. You never expose or reveal our privations and Hollywood secrets to the public. Steve Harvey violated that rule, and as a result of that, a lot of celebrities are being told not to interview with Shannon Sharpe. Not Steve, Shannon Sharpe violated the rule.
The fallout from Shannon Sharpe's interview with Katt Williams has led to significant controversy within the entertainment industry.
Hey, be honest with yourself. You mean to tell me that Eddie Murphy, one of the most iconic comedians in comedy who we all love and respect, if he decided to do stand-up again because of the Nutty Professor and Norbit Rasputin, you've lost respect for Eddie Murphy? He's no longer an icon and a legend in our eyes? You won't go see any of his movies? Jamie Foxx, triple threat, actor, singer, comedian. You loved him when he was Wanda in Living Color.
Many celebrities believe that by giving Williams a platform to divulge sensitive and potentially damaging information about Hollywood and its insiders, Sharpe has breached an unspoken code of conduct that governs industry relationships and confidentiality.
He won an Oscar, so you telling me now we don't respect Jamie Foxx? If Jamie come to your city to do stand-up, you're not coming to see him perform? You're not supporting his movies? Let's go down the list. Marlon and Shawn Wayans, Martin Lawrence. The Martin Show, Martin, was a beloved staple in the black community. So was you knocking him when he was doing Shanae? Was you knocking him when he was doing Mama Payne? Did you not support him when he did the 3 Big Mama movies?
Critics argue that allowing Williams to make unchecked accusations against prominent figures like Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, and others without interjecting or challenging his statements was irresponsible and contrary to the norms of Hollywood professionalism.
The savage life of Shannon Sharpe, the undisputed greatest trash talker in NFL history. While annihilating New England, he pretended to call the National Guard because patriots were being murdered. He's an honorable first responder. As a boy, his classmate couldn't pronounce a word, so his teacher encouraged him to sound it out. After a few failed attempts of sounds like, Shannon raised his hand and said sounds like Johnny can't read. Inspiring. A fan tried to roast Shannon by saying Uncle Shay Shay resembles a horse. To which he replied, your mother said giddy up last night.
Shannon Sharpe, a former NFL star turned media personality, has faced criticism for his handling of the controversial interview with Katt Williams on his Club Shay Shay podcast. Many in the entertainment industry argue that Sharpe's background as an athlete has left him ill-prepared to navigate the complexities and unspoken rules of Hollywood, particularly regarding privacy and confidentiality.
Don't test the Triple Crown winner's gangster. He was such an instigator, he once drew 5 personal fouls from the Chiefs for 80 yards of penalties in one drive. He wouldn't talk about your mother or wife, but any disability was fair game. After a win against the Steelers, he told reporters he hoped the rivers in Pittsburgh weren't frozen over, so no one would plunge to their death. He's always been a progressive advocate for suicide awareness.
Since transitioning from his athletic career to the media industry, Shannon Sharpe has frequently found himself at the center of controversies, highlighting his challenges in fully navigating the complexities of Hollywood.
Was Shannon sick of Skip? Shannon Sharpe is reportedly leaving Undisputed sometime after the NBA Finals. According to the New York Post, Sharpe and Fox Sports reached a buyout agreement, with Sharpe's podcast Club Shay Shay also leaving the network. Of course, there was some public friction between the two hosts of the show after Sharpe didn't appear on the program the day after Bayless's much criticized tweet about Damar Hamlin. Fans have already started investigating Shannon's likes to learn more, but we'll surely find out which side caused the breakup before too long.
His heated on-air argument with Skip Bayless, his co-host on Undisputed, garnered significant attention and demonstrated Sharpe's passion and sometimes contentious approach to discussions.
You have no objectivity. It's just straight Brady hate. Wait a minute. This is just straight hate by a guy who's jealous that he is still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
That's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No.
I did what I
never
did.
said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
I got to see what you do. You take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal
Put your glasses back on.
That relationship is in a world of trouble. As you reflect back on that moment, what goes through your mind and how much trouble was the relationship between you two in at that particular moment?
There were a lot of that is my fault, because there were times that led up to that I felt that shots were taken and I let it go. And I should have said something then, but I didn't. And I would bring it to people's attention and they brushed it up under the rug. So that was my fault that it got to that point and he felt that he could go over the top in that situation. I think in any relationship where there's host, co-host, it's boyfriend, girlfriend, it's husband, wife, whatever the relationship is, once one partner has no respect for the other partner then in turn loses respect for said partner. Then I think it's only a matter of time. Because I felt in that moment he had lost all respect for me. He had no respect for me. And for him to feel that he was trapped and he was losing a debate to attack me personally, when I've stood up, when guys have come on that show and tried to attack him personally, I was his bodyguard. I took the blows and said, hey, this is undisputed. Skip and Shannon, this is not yours. So I was very hurt and disappointed that he chose to go there with me when I've been one of the guys that's been in his corner. So it really, really hurt me. And what hurt me the most probably was there, because I know, this is what I know. And this is what I told my bosses, and I don't want to get too specific.
Okay.
I said, had the shoe been on the other foot, what would have been the outcome? Had I attacked him personally, live on television, what would have happened? It took a lot. It took a lot for me not to put my hands on him. It actually did.
I'm so thankful you didn't do that. I'm so thankful. First of all, I almost broke my hand just shaking, just touching your shoulder. You understand what I'm saying? I just touched your shoulder, I almost broke my damn hand. You're built like a chiseled brick house, for crying out, like, good Lord have mercy. And I told you I ain't working out with you. That'll never happen, Shannon. I mean, that's like the Rock Johnson working out with Snoop Dogg. And Snoop's my boy. I'm not doing it, Shannon. It's never going to happen. I'm not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So thank God you didn't do that. And
Shannon Sharpe has also been the subject of rumors and speculation regarding his orientation, particularly concerning his relationship with his stylist, Hollywood. These rumors gained traction after Sharpe shared photos of himself with Hollywood on social media, leading to various insinuations about their relationship.
All right, so the guy that Shannon Sharpe is talking about is this guy right here. This is him, Hollywood, aka Dick Print. As I said in the previous video, this man is Shannon Sharpe's stylist. This is also Shannon Sharpe's lover. I'm telling you what I know. This guy, let me get away from that area. Hollywood, aka Dick Print. This is Shannon Sharpe's lover. Shannon Sharpe, this is his lover.
Sharpe's approach to addressing these rumors has been straightforward. He has dismissed them as baseless and reiterated his focus on his professional life.
Shannon Sharpe is always upset when somebody's saying that he's like, what's wrong? Even if you were or weren't, what's wrong with people labeling you? Like, is it that bad? Why does it hurt you?
I think that's why I wanted to kind of open it up, because it seems like,
and that makes her an idiot as well, right? Because I watch a lot of Shannon Sharpe, and I watch Tasha K and stuff, but for the most part, he doesn't go on and on and on about people saying that. He might say something to a particular person that keeps on saying it, but in general, no, he doesn't take time out of his day to address everyone who has said that, right? And here's another thing. You got to watch out for these people that are idiots and they're dishonest, right? To say, why does it hurt you? First of all, don't sit here and say there's nothing wrong with being, but then you say that a person is, and you know damn well you used it as an insult.
Sharpe has denied these allegations, emphasizing that his stylist is simply a friend and professional colleague.
And I want to say this much. Even when we're talking about like the church stuff, for me, it's the accusations of grooming, not these people's. It's the accusations that people need to speak truth to power. It's not their. If Shannon Sharpe, who seems to be a pretty upstanding person in his community, is that way, that's between him and whoever he chooses to do it with.
Shannon Sharpe has addressed the rumors and allegations about his personal life with a sense of resilience and transparency.
I don't really like to run these type of stories, but something needs to get said. What Shannon Sharpe chooses to do with his personal business is Shannon Sharpe's business, but I'll say after I saw Fox Soul, and then last night I watched AT2, I just did a search about Shannon, and so many things came up. So many people have built their channel off trying to tear this man down.
Sharpe, who has faced various forms of scrutiny throughout his career, has often shared his journey and the hard work that led to his success.
Whoa. You ain't finna give me that good Jim 9 thing. I ain't gonna write that down.
There are delayed successes. There are lessons learned. You see, the thing is, Ocho, is that I'm a firm believer. You never judge a man by where he's standing, because you don't know how far he's come. See, you look at the man that's laying on the street, but how about what if he was under the bridge just yesterday? See, you judge a man by where he's standing, not knowing where he came from. You see, a lot of people say, well, Shannon, it's easy for you to say that because you this, but you didn't see from 1968 to 1988. See, that's what you didn't see. And you didn't see Shannon go to bed hungry. And you didn't see Shannon not take a bath. And you didn't see his granny crying, asking, what am I going to pay for today? Do I keep the lights on so you can do your homework? Or do I keep the phone connected so we can call somebody if there's an emergency? What am I going to do this month? So while you judging me for what I am now, do you know where I came from? And did you know how long it took me to get here? See, all you see is my successes, but you didn't see the delayed opportunities that was missed.
He highlights that his success is a result of dedication, perseverance, and an unwavering commitment to excellence.
My thing is, I've already done what I've done. I'm good. Yeah, he's better than me. Yeah, Gronk's better than me. I'm good with that. I got the most out of my God-given ability. I would have loved to have played in his era to really compete against him.
What would you do in today's NFL, you think?
As far as numbers?
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting his numbers. I'm definitely getting his numbers. Sure. I need John, though. I need my quarterback.
Oh, yeah. You put him in this offense, I can see.
Do you think the players on defense have changed?
If you're a linebacker, what linebacker says, oh, he got drafted in the first round because he can cover?
He has taken these moments to remind people of his journey and the obstacles he has overcome. Sharpe emphasizes that his focus remains on his career and his contributions to sports and media.
Hey, man, look here, man. You know what my brother tells me all the time, Ocho, and this is one of the things that he shared with me. He says there's no telling how good you can be as long as you don't mind who gets the credit. Oof. He tells me that. That's one of the things that he tells me all the time. He says, you don't know how good you can be if you don't care who gets the credit.
Yeah.
Man, why I care?
Despite facing criticism and rumors, Shannon Sharpe has a significant number of supporters who appreciate his journey and success.
Most guys are thumpers. Most linebackers want to come downhill.
Yeah. Right.
So now you're asking them to cover in space.
Right.
That's not what they do. So for me, with a linebacker, I was like, bro, you got no chance really unless you got help over the top. And you know when they got help over the top, you ain't getting nothing today. But I used to come out there on the field and say, I'm going to give it to you the first half. And just so you don't feel left out, I'm going to give it to you the second half. So everybody going to get it today.
I'm still in that.
Shannon Sharpe has openly discussed his surprise at the immense popularity of his interview with Katt Williams. He did not anticipate the interview would garner such widespread attention, but he is pleased with the recognition it has received.
So I'm like, what did I say?
Yeah.
Did I say something? He like, this is going to be the talk of 24.
No way.
I'm like, you think so? He's like, Shannon. And he's looking at me just like I'm looking at you, Cam. He's like, Shannon, this is going to be viral for the whole year. I said, come on, man. I said, so I'm thinking at that point in time, Steve Harvey is my is my most viewed podcast. He's at 8 million. I said, you think we're going to beat Steve? He's like, yeah. I'm hoping for 10 million.
Sharpe acknowledges that while the interview brought significant fame, it also sparked considerable controversy due to Williams' candid and provocative remarks about various celebrities and industry insiders.
Your talent rollout has never really told, because it happened to me all the time, or it happened to me multiple times when somebody said, hey bro, I appreciate if we don't talk about blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And it comes by way of a male or even a female.
Yes.
We're not talking about this from a journalist, from a publicist, or a supporting cast.
Right.
It happens all the time.
Yes.
And if you haven't had that, I got news for your sister. I got news for your brother. You ain't popping the way you think you are.
Right.
Because when you got a rollout of Katt Williams, Cam Newton, Marshawn Lynch, like everybody, Monique, when you go down the list of Steve Harvey, like these are big deals.
Right.
Hollywood often presents a glamorous facade, but beneath the surface lies a complex and often dark reality.
Then the real Hollywood came. And I'll tell you what, I'll let you in on a little something. I'm not going to drop names.
Okay.
But I'll never forget, these are black producers, a guy named Kevin Brown and Andre Brown. And he was later on 30 Rock, but they would come to us and they would tell us about vanity and losing your mind in Hollywood and be careful. And they came back from Hollywood to try and expand us. And they sat us down like,
Shannon Sharpe is now experiencing the industry's more sinister aspects firsthand. His candid interview with Katt Williams on the podcast has thrust Sharpe into a maelstrom of controversy.
you ain't gonna believe what we saw. I'm like, what'd you see? And they said, we saw so-and-so, huge name, so-and-so, huge name, and so-and-so, big name back in the day, chicken hawking at a party. And I went, what see, you're white. I said, what's chicken hawking? Everyone like, he's white. He don't know chicken. I said, what's chicken hawking? That's when you hanging out with boys that are transvestites. I went, what?
The backlash he faces highlights the risks of breaking industry norms and exposing its darker sides.
Nobody ever tells you that, like, when you get to the top, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's just more of that. If you want it, you know, I had ground and scraped and fought to make movies and to make the things that I wanted to make and to sell books and sell scripts. And I was doing all those things. And then I get there and I'm like a broken shell of myself with this relationship that threatened to sort of like truly like wreck my life, and I had done nothing to deserve that. And you know, I'm like, what is life? Like, what, you know, I'm so backwards.
Hollywood's tightly controlled image management often leaves little room for such open confrontations, and Sharpe's unfiltered style has stirred the waters.
But I was, you know, but I'm a victim. I'm a product, I should say, of these systems that we all survive in, which is, you know, this sort of capitalist driven corporatocracy kind of driven way of merchandising and commercializing every thought and fear and moment that we have in our lives, and never giving us a chance to slow down. And you know, when I was able to, I was on my way out, and I saw my kids and I saw them grown up.
As Hollywood is a highly competitive and scrutinized industry where public figures must be very mindful of their words and actions. The fame and visibility that come with being a celebrity mean that statements and behaviors are often under intense scrutiny from the media and the public.
There's a thing that happens in that town, in that area, where the people that think outside of the norm say it in like whispered, hushed tones. Mm-hmm. There's a certain ideology that's attached to that city, and it's not logical. It's a kooky, wacky, completely insulated left-wing view of the world, and they enforce it with an iron fist. And if you're not on that team, you don't get booked for things.
Now, Sharpe must navigate the fallout from his decision, aware that his safety and career could be at risk.
Lying in a bed in prison for things you've already done. Right now, you're walking around, toast of the town, getting in limos, climbing out. People are waving to you and cheering. You're getting interviewed on the carpet. Everyone shouts you out. Have you seen all the people that praised him? The things he's already done. He'd already done them at that point.
And they knew while they were praising him.
I wonder what they knew.
They knew.
Yeah.
They knew.
Even though he had done scumbag shit to them. It's just he had it set up where this was how you got by. This is how you made movies. This is how you want to be famous. This is how you get famous.
His journey underscores the perilous nature of confronting Hollywood's hidden truths, revealing that the industry is far from the polished image it projects.
Like in Hollywood, they're notorious for taking things that are very successful and fucking them up because they have their input on it. I mean, that's what they did with the Chappelle Show. When Dave Chappelle was on top of the world, the executives at Comedy Central fucked that whole thing up.
Really?
Yeah, they were telling him do this and do that, and you can do this and stop saying this and stop doing that, and he was like, fuck this, and he went to Africa and quit the show.
I remember it.
He was famous and didn't do stand-up for years for money. Like literally would show up in Seattle, he would bring a microphone and like a little portable speaker and just do stand-up in the park.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.